I'll be completely honest, I talked us up in the medal in the media beforehand and said we're going to have the best games we've had. 4 medals. I went, wow. Like Kim's got 2 of them as well, so what a ledge.
It's been incredible. I had a good feeling after we got announced that it was just going to be a good game.
I'll be completely honest, I talked us up in the medal in the media beforehand and said we're going to have the best games we've had. 4 medals. I went, wow. Like Kim's got 2 of them as well, so what a ledge. For me, missing out on Tokyo was a really tough period, but to watch the games was really tough for me. But then obviously wanted to support the guys and the girls that had gone and got selected, and that's what the sport is all about. Canoe Slalom is quite a tight-knit community, so I really got behind the team, and it was really hard to see Kim out there and not showing her true potential. She was capable of much more. So I feel like this chapter's been redemption for me and Kim. Like I missed at Tokyo. She went and she didn't perform what she was capable of, and to both come together. We've got 3 medals on the table, 2 of them being Kim's, 1 of them being mine. We've really redeemed ourselves here, and Kim's absolutely showed what she's capable of, an absolute powerhouse. And I feel like I've redeemed myself as well, so it's amazing to be sitting here.
Yeah, you definitely have redeemed yourself, that's for sure. Yeah, like just looking at these medals, it's like so many people dream of having one and having a shot at one. And yeah, we had 2 shots, and I mean, I came away with 2, and yeah, it's pretty special to think about that. But you experience the highs and lows with your teammates as well, and like experience the high of our other teammate Adam Burgess winning his silver medal, and then the low of Mal's racing as well, and it's like, yeah, really broken for her. But she's also behind these medals as well. Like she was also cheering for us. We're there together, and yeah, it's one tight team, and hopefully we've inspired some people back at home. I mean, all the emotions went through my head. There was definitely quite a lot of time where I thought I was going to finish 4th. In both of my medals. But yeah, that slalom, there's pretty horrific photos at the end where I'm just like almost looking like I'm going to be sick and like facing away, unable to watch the race. But the moment where the crowd like reacted to Ricardo Funk's mistake, I was like, oh my God, I've done it. And these guys all rushed in, and it was like a really nice moment. Honestly, my heart rate was so high. Adam Burgess came in and saw my heart rate and was like, dude, your heart rate's at 180. I was like, I was speechless. I was like, everyone was kind of like going pretty mental. And yeah, we had this really nice moment all together there. And then yeah, thinking I was going to be 4th in the kayak cross as well. But yeah, it was a lot of emotions, but yeah, kind of made everything feel worth it.
Like Kim said, it's an honour to be a part of the team. Like we are a close-knit team. It's all, not only the athletes, it's the staff as well. Like the staff have been behind these medals and Adam's medal and Mallory's performances as well. Do you know what I mean? Like we've really come together as a team and show what we're capable of. On another day, we could be sitting here with a couple more medals perhaps on the table as well. Like we've got a really strong team, and I just think like that environment we've created is a performance environment, and really proud of everything we've achieved. My individual event was quite frustrating, like only 1.6 off the gold medal, and there was plenty of time in that run. Like it was just a couple of mistakes that didn't quite come together. I couldn't have done much more on the day again. Like I kind of come away from it feeling very happy, and like I'd left nothing out there and no stone unturned, which has always been my approach throughout my whole career. So I was pretty happy with that. But then it was very much like focus switches now, kayak cross mode, and then to win the time trial the next day and show the class across all the rounds was like, right, we're in the zone here. Let's go get some medals.
Everything. It's every emotion all at once, and it's that moment where the guy at the start and you're on the ramp, the heartbeat is going, the sound's going, the crowd's going, and he goes in position, and then that's the moment where you've got to be as still as anything, and then the moment he says ready, you're just waiting for that beep. And yeah, it's a little bit anxiety like thinking about it, but as soon as it goes, you're just like forward, and you're like guns blazing out the ramp. And yeah, we're really strong starters, so we knew we had it in the tank to go out and get ahead. There was a few battles along the way, but it's just about trying to be present and keeping an eye on everyone else, but also trying to keep an eye on your game as well.
I mean, Kim says that she was the first off, so it's okay. I mean, I'm there obviously thinking about my race, but also wishing Kim and Mallory all the best. So I'm listening to the rounds. I can't watch them, unfortunately, because of the time scales. Like there's 5 minutes between Kim's final and my final, So I'm just listening, Kimberley Woods is out front. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. Like, and then I'm thinking, something's happened here, I'm not sure what's quite, I'm trying to put the pieces together from the commentary. Yeah, obviously all the emotions there, to then refocus 90 seconds later and go myself is just, yeah, wow.
Still a bit lost for words. I definitely lost my voice and felt way more nervous for these guys racing, especially with Adam the next day as well. Like, we got off to such a really good start, and it was like, you knew his heart rate from finish from 4th, and it was like, come on, like, we knew we can do it. But yeah, for me, like, coming away with 1 medal, it was a bit of a shock and a surprise I did that. I knew I always had it in there to be medaling at senior level in kayak, and I've won a couple of medals before, but yeah, always mostly in the finals and never quite there. So yeah, I'm really pleased to have come away with 1. And then yeah, anything from then was a bonus. But you know, I was in that kayak cross final going for gold, and I risked it, and yeah, got a bronze medal out of it, and I'm really proud that I went for that.
I mean, the atmosphere was insane. Like,
yeah,
the stadium was like, I guess I'd probably talk about it being like similar to like the Colosseum in Rome, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was just this stadium, like, as the venue is, that kind of bends around the corner and the stands just start after the corner, it was just like a wall of sound, wasn't it? Like, you got past that bridge and it was just erupting, but you had people at the start as well, and then that corner was just, wow, it was unreal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, never before have we seen that, and maybe never again.
Yeah, 12,000 people in the seats, and yeah, it was pretty special. We always tried to like imagine it in the build-up, in the training sessions. We're like, this is going to be full and it's going to be loud, and I absolutely loved it. I thrived off it so much, and yeah, maybe never again, but I think very special to have experienced that.
Happy that it happened.
Happy that it happened. I mean, I used it. I mean, well, from one of my heat runs, my first run down, I was feeling a bit nervous. You know, it's the first run, you want to get a good run down and be like safe enough to go after the second run. And I don't know who they were, but there was someone with a British flag screaming that like so loud, and I was a bit like trying to focus on myself, going like, who are these people? But once I like got through that run and built through it, and you just hear noise. You don't hear like individual voices, although I heard Joe definitely from start to finish, like in my final. He was definitely a voice that's always been there for every race as well, so it's very familiar. But yeah, I used the noise on my left-hand side and the familiar voices on my right, and yeah, it really spurred me on, and I definitely heard them in the last upstream to push to the finish.
I mean, just got to keep things normal, so I just shouted my head off. Absolute cheerleader for Kim. I was there from gate 1 right through to the finish, and even that finish sprint, when you think the job's done, it's not like that little bit more spur and motivation for Kim. Just really, she absolutely thrives off it. I mean, to be fair, I was the same. Like that, I started much later in the schedule compared to Kim and Adam, so they'd completely finished their slalom by the time I'd even started my heats. So I just used every day to come down and support them, but just really soak in the atmosphere and start to feel what it's going to be like for my turn, and it didn't let down. Like, the crowd, just unreal.